Okay, guys, I want to know, can you guys hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me. I was trying to send out the messages to the WhatsApp groups and the Telegram channel, the notifications. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Someone is saying no sound, though. I think the sound should be on. I wasn't saying anything, actually. But if you guys can hear me now, I want you guys to drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, let me know on the comment section. Drop a comment. I want to know your comment. I want to see your comment, guys, to know if you can literally like hear me clearly. Very well. Fantastic. Welcome to today's session. So basically, this is like the episode 2 of the previous session. The first, we had a session where I taught on how you can actually recover your losses in cryptos and how you can actually make 10 times what you lost. I think we had that session 2 weeks ago. So just help me and help me with a moment. I'm trying to, let me copy out the link, and I'll drop it. I'm copying out the link, and I'll actually do this now. I want to drop it on the comment section. So definitely I'm going to pin that. So you would have to. Okay, I just dropped that on the comment section. If it pops up, then we'll be able to pin the message. So it's currently pinned on. So let me show it here. So I pinned it. It's pinned on YouTube. Definitely, this will take you to the link where this will take you to the first session we had, where I talked about how you can recover your losses in crypto, how you can actually make 10 times what you lost. So what I taught in that session is not what I'm going to be talking about now. I'm not going to be teaching about that now. I'm going to be going straight to a different aspect and a different theme. So if you've experienced losses in crypto, that is terrible, and you have lost a lot of money, more than you have actually gained, because 90% of people in the cryptocurrency space have lost more than they have gained. And if you are in that category or you are in that part, what you want to do is you want to go to click the link I just put it on YouTube, and which is also showing up right now. You want to click that link and go to the part 1 video we did, so the first series we had 2 weeks ago, and watch it, take notes, and see how you can start taking those steps. Then also add what I'm going to be teaching today, as it will help you very, very well know how to scale. So I won't be repeating any of what have been said in the past. I'll just go straight to what we have for today. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you click on the like button. The like button will not do you any harm if by clicking. It won't harm you if you click it. Click on the like button. Click on the like button if you're watching on YouTube. It's adding to the algorithm for the YouTube channel as well. If you're actually watching on Twitter, if you're watching on Twitter, you want to retweet and click on like as well. If you're on Facebook, you want to like and share. These things will do you no harm if you decide to just click on the share or click on the like button, because it's definitely going to do you more good, because it will help this message get to someone who needs to hear this and learn more about this as well. Now, first and foremost, we want to be talking about the bearish market stages, because we are in a bearish market, and in the bearish market, we definitely is divided into 3 stages. The bearish market is divided into 3 stages, and in each of these 3 stages, you want to understand what stage we are in, how each of these stages work, and definitely how you can actually respond to making money in each of these stages. Remember, I told you guys that definitely I'm not a bullish maximalist, neither am I a bearish maximalist. I do not really believe in the bull and bearish terminology that is used by so many persons. I just see that as an illusion that traps a trader and makes you blind to the fact that there are so many opportunities in the market. And you've seen me defy that over and over again. Every single day I'm making profits in this market, whether it is bullish or it is bearish, because that is what the market is. So if you're just joining on this session, click on the like button. Click on the like button. If you're connected on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, click on like, click on retweet, click on the share as well. It is important while you're watching it, just click on the like as well. Click on it. Now, the bear market is divided into 3 stages. The first stage begins from when we get so much hype. There's so much optimism, excitement, thrill, and euphoria. And this was actually the stage that we got to into November, December of 2021, where so many persons were being so excited, so many persons were being so happy, and many of us, we made a lot of money out of it, because one of the lessons we had 2 months to when 2 months to when we had a session was that I literally actually told us what we should expect. I talked about the things that we actually caused the last session of the bull run. I talked about the metaverse. I talked about NFTs and how the metaverse and the gaming and NFTs are going to like cause a game changer. And I told us that 2 to 3 months before. I started talking about that from August, if I'm not mistaken. I started talking about from August, and that was like August, September, October. That was like 3 months ahead of November, and by October, November, we started seeing crazy amount of gains, which many of us have attested on. We can see the testimonies where some of us made about 2,000%, 5,000%, 10,000%, and a lot of gains were being made. And we had that move, or that metaverse move, and a lot of coins were made a lot of amount of money. Like Blocktopia alone made me over. Blocktopia gave me over 700x. So I made over 70,000% from Blocktopia because I got in on their private sale. So $1,000 went to as high as $700,000 for me on Blocktopia, and that is actually the privilege of being able to understand what is going to happen in the market before time and prepare for it. And when the new year was beginning, I told us the new year is going to be very, very bearish. This market is going to change, and the methodology that is used in a bearish market is different from the methodology that will be used in a bullish market. You do not approach a bearish market the way you approach a bullish market. This is the reason why most crypto coaches and traders right now are no longer talking. Many of them have left the crypto space. Many of them are sad. Many of them are no longer here because they are what they have been taught and the way they have been trained is conditioned with strategies that favors you in a bullish market and not strategies that can favor you in a bearish market. So the approach they are using is the bullish market approach. Hence, they are going to have a fake result or they are going to have a bad result. So you want to understand, first of all, that even when it comes to recovering losses, the way you recover your losses in a bullish market is different from the way you recover your losses in a bearish market. And that is why I have to like make us understand this very well and teach us these strategies in this line. So it's important that you actually also watch the previous. If you were not in the first episode of this same topic this same series, you want to watch the first episode and the first video that we did regarding that. But now we got to this euphoria stage, and when the year started, we began January in anxiety. So January began with anxiety, and between January, February, and March, we started having what we call denial. Denial is when people are saying that they are not sure this market is going to go bad. They are not sure this market is going to be terrible. That's what we started having. We have anxiety there, and then we have denial. Denial is when people are trying to deny the fact that okay, this is possible. They're trying to deny the fact that the market is bearish. That is what was happening in the denial stage, and that was between February and March. Some people were arguing if the market won't go bad, we are seeing a bullish market and all that. But then by March into April, the fear and the depression started setting in because we started having the war becoming intense between Russia and Russia, and the macro effects on the market were becoming intense. So people started becoming afraid. So you get in that fear, and the fear was increasing into April, into May, into June. So we're having that fear and depression state between this period as much as getting into July and August, where we're having that between depression and we're having panic. So people we have been in this stage and in this series. We've been in this stage and in this series. Now, in the question now is, what stage are we in the bearish markets, and what stage are we headed for, and how can we react to these stages and make the most amount of money and gains from this. Now, we are currently in between the panic, capitulation, and despondency state. Now, this is actually the second stage in the bearish market cycle. So, and this is between the month of September we are in and October. So between September and October, we are actually going to be having the capitulation into the despondency stage. So we are in between capitulation and despondency. So I believe that the bottom should price in this year. It should price in this year, and then but this is the funny thing, that even when the bottom comes in, like even when we capitulate, like Bitcoin goes down to like 17,000 or 16,000 or 15,000 or 13,000 or 12,000, like Bitcoin is going down, that is going to get to the stage where people are literally going to get depressed. So this is what we refer to as the point of maximum financial opportunity and the state of depression. So there will going to be that state of depression, and this might even literally enter into 2023. We might get into 2023 or not as well, and then we start having a lot of hope and relief from 2023, 2024, and all that. But we are currently in the second stage. We are in the second stage, in between the panic, the capitulation, and the despondency. So we are in the stage of opportunity. We're actually in the stage of opportunity because not literally like the point of maximum financial opportunity yet, but we are in between capitulation and despondency, which I started talking about a couple of months ago. So we're having September, we're having October as this month where we are to capitulate and go into despondency, and most likely get into the point of maximum financial opportunity. Get to the point of maximum financial opportunity, which is definitely going to be when we see Bitcoin at probably, let's say, $12,000, $11,000, or $10,000, and this likes of all these other projects and coins going really down. But this is the thing, whether the market is actually that bad or not, what matters is, like I always make us understand, is there are so many opportunities, and you do not want to miss out on any of these opportunities per time. Like the CME sessions we normally held, I give us highlight of what to expect in the market, and I tell us the dates where these things are actually expected to happen in the market. And we've seen how each of these things have been playing out since I have been forecasting for us as well, and how we want to respond to them. Like on Sunday, I think I talked about, let me see if I could share the screen of the window. So on Sunday, I think I talked about, I gave us a highlight of Bitcoin and what to expect from Bitcoin. And I told you guys how from the 6th, we should expect from the 6th, Bitcoin should fall down drastically. And we saw it fall down on the 6th. And then I think we saw it come into the 19, I said between the 19,000 to the 18,000 level, which we saw it get to this Q zone. Now, this order was actually drawn by me for those who are in the institutional trading group. That's why you need to get the trading course, which definitely entitles you to be a part of the group, where every day I post a lot of charts. I post a lot of charts for them, and we are currently on the trading challenge of taking $500 to $20,000. We started that challenge, and a lot of money are already being made, which you can see the testimonies already. And we are like, this is just like the first few days already. Like, and we still have a long way to go. We're taking the next 30 days to be able to take $500 to like $20,000, and we are only trading just 5 coins, which is Bitcoin, Ethereum, ETC, UNFI, and NEAR. These are the 5 coins alone we decided to trade, because you don't want to trade everything. It's going to help make us be confused. So definitely this was the highlight I gave to them, one of the calls. So I said yesterday that we should enter a buy up and then sell down again. So definitely, like, this is just the opportunity of me having this live session is making me share this. If not, I shouldn't have shared this. So the practical daily update goes to them. But however, on Sunday, I gave us this update. I told us that the market is going to go down, and anybody who keyed in on it, who maximized the information, would have made a lot of money out of the update as well. Now, definitely, let's go back to what we have and what we are talking about. Now, this is the thing. When you've experienced losses, 80 to 90% of the losses we have is definitely tied to or connected to our trading personalities. Now, and most people do not know their trading personality. Either they ignore their trading personality, or they try to falsify their trading personality, or try to deny their trading personality. If you're just connecting on this session on YouTube or Twitter or Facebook, click on the like button. And if it's on Facebook, I think you can click on share. If you're on Twitter, you can actually retweet it. But I think on YouTube, you can't share. But I think you can actually just click on the like. The like is going to help the algorithm of the video as well. So click on the like button. I think someone just commented, please click on the like button. Now, definitely, You want to understand your personality. You want to understand the kind of person you are. Now, there are people who are impatient and there are people who are patient. Now, if you're an impatient person and you decide to be, you cannot become a successful swing trader. But if you are an impatient person, the kind of trader personality you are is a scalper or a day trader. An impatient person is successful in scalping or day trading. That is your trading personality. So you have to first know the kind of person you are. Because when you are an impatient person making this other kind of decision, it will totally affect your trading career, and it will literally take you from one level of loss to another level of loss. You will not be able to succeed. So you want to ask yourself what kind of person you are. Trading, remember in the previous session, one of the things I talked about is how trading reveals the kind of person you are to you. There are many people who are totally very, very much impatient, and an impatient person doesn't want to. Someone say. So an impatient person doesn't want to just be. An impatient person doesn't want to just be. How am I going to put it out? Doesn't want to be a swing trader. He doesn't want to be a position trader. Now, number two is you want to know: are you a busy person? Are you a working class person, or you're someone that actually has other things to do? You want to ask yourself that question. It's actually very important. Are you a busy person? Are you somebody that you have work to do and you don't really have time to have full attention on cryptos? If you're that kind of person, then there's a different approach for making money in the crypto space. Now, you have to tell yourself the truth. You cannot combine everything and in a particular way, but you can combine it in a particular way. So there are people who, when you're a working class person, there's an approach you're going to have to crypto that will make you money. If you're not a working class person, there's also an approach that you're going to have to crypto that will lose you money as well. So you want to approach the crypto space and your crypto investing journey and trading journey based on the personality you have. So you ask yourself these questions: are you a busy person? Are you an impatient person? Or are you a patient person? This is actually going to determine the steps you are going to take, which is going to determine how you are going to approach and how you can actually literally recover your money. Someone says, I made 100% on F5x leverage on the ETC trade. Yes, I think I gave that trade also on Sunday, the CME session. On the CME session, I gave up to about 10 different calls, which I also dropped a summary of it on the Telegram channel. So if you can check the Telegram channel, you can definitely see all that as well. So you want to know the kind of personality you are. So I have a lot of people who are both pastors, politicians, senators, and ministers, and normal lay young people, different categories of people who come to meet me, and I try to tailor their investment and trading portfolio based on their personality type, based on the kind of person they are, based on their temperaments. Are you the kind of person that is very, very weak, or are you a risk taker? You have to identify these things about yourself. Know yourself. See, if you do not know yourself, I think trading will just help you know that this is who the kind of person you are, based on you have known yourself. And then we're talking about the recovering traders plan. I'll talk about the recovering traders plan. But before I talk about the recovering traders plan, you want to plan your trade. Now, talking about the recovering traders plan and planning your trade is almost like the similar kind of things, but I'm going to touch each of them. Now, what do I mean by planning your trade? You want to make your trade decisions based on the kind of person you are. Because if you have lost money in the crypto space and still come back to trade or to invest or to buy a coin or do something, whatever, there's a greater likelihood that you will still lose that money again if you have not done the first step of identifying the trader type you are, identifying the trading personality you are, and then planning the next trade you want to take based on the trading type you are, based on your trading personality. So if you do not correct that, sincerely speaking, you will still end up losing money again and again. There's nothing, it doesn't matter whether the market is bullish or bearish, you will still lose that money. That is just a fact. But so you have that, this thing you can't, it's something that most people overlook, and when you overlook it, you just end up losing money. So definitely you want to look at that aspect of correcting it. You want to look at that aspect of correcting it, whereby you plan your trade. Now, how do you plan your trade? How do you plan your trade? Which is what is going to give us to the recovering traders plan. So I'm going to be touching a couple of steps for us in helping you plan your trade. Now, if I was like myself, I am a busy person. I have offline businesses. I run 3 different companies, different from the House of Wealth, and I have a lot of workers working with me. And so definitely I am busy, first of all. And number 2, that means I'm the kind of person whereby I don't want to stay on the chart morning, noon, night. I do not want to do that. I just want to like be on the chart for a few hours a day and then continue with my day, continue with my life. And when I come back again, I continue from there. That is the kind of person I am. And based on that, I definitely what I want to do based on that is that I would want to approach my trading decision as a swing trader. How? Now I have lost money. Let's say I've lost everything I've had in crypto in 2021 into 2022, and I have identified that these are the kind of persons I am. So I'm literally using myself as an example with a practical means, telling you guys about my life. And what I would do is I would take an amount of money and I want to look on what we call the best bets. I want to take trades on the best bets over a period of time. So I want to take trades that I know that, okay, I'm going to like be looking at gains over the next 30 days to 60 days. So I'm not in a hurry. I am not in a hurry at all. Now, because I want to recover. So let's say I lost $10,000. So if I lost $10,000, what I want to focus on right now is, let's say, getting or raising $500, and how that $500 can make me as much as $5,000, because we are in a bearish market. And the $500 will not be used on every kind of coin or every kind of asset. Depends on the situation per time. So I'd want to split this $500 into just 2 or 3 assets at the most. Now, in a bullish market, you can just spread your money on a lot of coins, and you just see them pop. No, the approach in a bearish market is different. You don't want to spread your money on just any lot of coins. You want to be very strategic and the right asset. So if I pick just, let's say, 2 coins and I'm putting $250 each, I'm having a projection that, okay, over the next 30 to 60 days, I'm going to be getting or making as much as 10 times. I'm going to be making as much as 10 times, and that is going to be giving me $5,000. So I'm not concerned of what is happening the next 1 week, the next 2 weeks. All I'm concerned is, at least I am sure that within the next 30 to 60 days, I'm going to get 10 times my money back. And all I have to do is continue my life, continue my day-to-day activities, continue what I'm doing on a daily basis. There's no need being under any form of pressure. And even if the coins start going up and moving up, I'm not bothered. I can still come back and take my profits away in a couple of days' time. So you want to be timely with that. And there are various ways to know high profile and high top-notch kind of trades. One of them is when you understand the directional bias of the markets, and you take a trade based on the directional bias of the markets. And just like the ETC trade I gave to us, now the ETC trade I gave to us is actually a very long-term trade. It's a trade whereby a risk of $100 can literally give you $1,000, but it's going to take an average of about the next 30 days. It might take the next 30 days or 40 or 50 days as well. And it's actually a leverage trading kind of things now. And the thing why most people lose money in leverage trading is because they are trying to make everything so fast, and make everything right now. But if you approach the trade with a good, with this kind of bias I just talked about, and even what I explained, for example, on the Sunday session we had, what will happen to you is that you'll be able to like be patient, and you'll be able to wait for the next 20 days, for the next 30 days, and secretly be able to make 10 times what you are actually risking even on a 10x leverage. So on a 10x leverage, you'll be making as much as 1,000%. So $100 has given you $1,000. So if it was $250 I was risking on that particular trade, it had also given me as much as $2,500. Why? Because I am not concerned about any kind of trade. I'm only concerned about high probability trades. High probability trades. So high probability could be high probability leverage trading. It could be a high probability on buying a leverage token, because this is a bearish market, so it could be based on that issue, or a high probability based on an insider information that I am privy to over a particular point in time. So these are the only three things, these are the only three catalysts that will determine me referring to making a trade decision with such level of confidence. High probability trades based on an insider catalyst that is going to happen over time. So all I have to do is buy and wait. And if this is buys and wait. I was talking with a friend of mine that called me, that was yesterday. And when he called me yesterday, we just got talking. And a particular coin we bought about 2 months ago for about $1,000 each had given us about $30,000 to $40,000. So it gave him about $40,000 and it gave me about $35,000. Now both of us risked $1,000 each, but I was actually DCing weighing down, and he was also DCing on that particular coin. And within 2 months, it had given us this amount of money. Gave him $40,000 and it gave me $35,000. Now this is the thing about that is, first of all, when we bought it, the coin was actually going down, and but because we had this insider information, that we are actually sure of that, okay, this one should gonna do well, which we definitely paid for it. We paid for the information. We paid about $1,500 each to actually get the information. So we contributed money and paid for that just one coin. So we paid for just one coin, and that's one of the things most people don't understand, is that the right information is actually expensive. If you're not ready to pay for value and pay for information, you're not ready to succeed, man. You are joking, guys. You are literally joking. How many experts, how many gurus are out there right now and literally making people money like we are doing? Very few persons are literally still making money even in this market state. It takes this high level of expertise and understanding to be able to make money in this space right now and still help many persons make money. It is not a guesswork kind of thing. You can do guesswork in a bullish market and you can literally make money, but when it comes to a bearish market, it goes beyond guesswork. It becomes what we call expertise. Expertise is revealed. Like we always say, in a bearish market, the chaff is filtered from the wheat. The chaff is filtered from the wheat. So, and I always make us understand that what you listen to and what you believe has a lot of effect on you. If you believe that you cannot make money in a bearish market, you will never be able to see opportunities in this market. You will never be able to listen to people that and see what can literally change your life in the market. But if you believe that this could benefit you regardless of the market situation, it will do to you like it is doing the life of both myself and many others. So I and my friend, we got talking, and when we got talking, we were talking about this particular asset coin we bought, and it gave a lot of money, but it took about 2 months to this. 2 months. So, but this is the thing: if it could take me 2 months to take $1,000 to $30,000, even if it's $20,000, I would have made. Why wouldn't I want it? Why wouldn't I wait for that? Why wouldn't I wait for that? Why should I be in a hurry? Rather than gamble on a lot of things, because that's what many people are doing. And in the bearish market, we are still gambling the same way we gambled in the bullish market. We still gamble last year. You buy this, you take money from here, you go to buy this. So you see them this week, they are so happy, they're making a lot of money. The next week, they lose everything. So you want to focus on just high probability trade. That is the recovering trader's plan. You're focusing on high probability trade based on this info that you can leverage on leverage tokens and this and that, and have your targets over time. If you're connecting right now, I want you to click on the like button. If you're connected on YouTube, click on the like button. If you're connected on Facebook, click on like and share. If you're connected on Twitter, you want to retweet as well. Guys. Okay, I want to get it out. So this is the recovering trader's plan. This is what the recovering trader wants to do. He wants to focus on only high probability trades. And have the long run. So now, what about somebody who is a day-to-day trader? What is he going to do? What is he going to do? What is his own recovering trading strategy? What is his own recovering trading strategy? Now, the recovering trading strategy for a daily trader who is an impatient kind of person is that he wants to take what he wants to do is he wants to react to high probability information on a short-term basis. He wants to react on a high probability information on a short-term basis. Without chasing everything. So let me use the case study of, because I like being very practical with us and using one big example. I prefer using what I've called for us and sharing that with us, as it will help. I think it makes more sense than just trying to. So let me share my screen. I on the ETC trade, which I shared for us and I called for us. I think that's the one this person talked about that. And we still have like a long way to go on the trade. So someone is asking, how can I join now to join the trading community is actually a free group. We have the traders a trading group, and it's actually free. To join my private trading channels is free, but there's a requirement. The requirement is having access to the course. I only want people who have paid for my course to access it. So you want to make sure that you pay for my trading course. My trading course is just about $200. But if you're interested in getting a discount, send me a DM. I might probably give you a discount so you can access the course and you start learning. But the channel is basically to make money while you are actually learning as well. So if you look here now, for example, we started selling from this area, from this zone, and the sell from here to here has given us a lot of money. Now, somebody who is a swing trader is not going to care if this market is going to bounce up from here or not going to bounce up. We just want to, if you back up to your end, you will just wait because you know it will continue going downwards and downwards. But someone who is an impatient trader, you want to capitalize on every opportunity. So the moment you see maybe the charts, maybe you have access to my trading course, you will just know what to do, especially when you put in the divergence strategy. With the divergence strategies, you'll be able to know that this is going to buy. And you enter a buy from here to here, and when it gives you a sell, you enter a sell again. So an impatient trader, you're an impatient person who is going to be a day-to-day trader, a scalping trader. Once you make that amount of money, you take out that money from the market and you wait for an opportunity to make an entry. You don't even care if it's going to be like going to go to a Jengule. What concerns you, you don't have that lever to be waiting. You just want to make the most amount of money and then wait for another good entry based on the strategies that's presented to you. Whether you are using it on a DeFi or you're doing, it's just like Meta Zombie. Many of you are made money from Meta Zombie. Meta Zombie is actually going to still do so well. Like it's going to go way, way, way high. Like beyond it has done already. It will still continue going high. But a day trader is someone who has made profit, and right now, as it is at the level it is, I don't know what market cap you are like want to see buy in again right now before it goes up again, before the next big run again. Now, that is how a day trader approaches. That is how these people approaches. Then there are some of us who we just buy and we just wait. We just wait for the major. Even if it moves up that time, we don't want to sell. If it comes down, we just wait and wait. So this is differentiating the trading plan for each of this trading type or trading personality based on the kind of person they are. So the in between the long-term view, there's a lot of opportunities. But another thing is, let's say this person has a $500, just like we use the illustration of $500 for somebody who is the swing trader. We want to use the same illustration of $500 for somebody who isn't. Now, is it $500? Definitely the person is more like, let's say the person is, what the person wants to do is, the person wants to risk nothing more than 10% of the person's trading type. The person doesn't risk more than 10% of the person's trading type. You do not want to do that. You don't want to risk more than 10% of the person's trading capital. So You want to deal with anything you're doing. You don't risk more than $50. These are high probability traders. That's why you are using 10%. It's a high probability trade, so that's why you're using 10%. Because it is a high probability trade decision you are actually making. And also knowing fully well that you are actually swinging it. So 10 to 20% around that range is fine. So between $50 to $100 is fine. Based on the it's fine based on the aspect or based on the truth that you want to actually make money for the short term rather than like the long term view. So like for those who are on the trading club or the traders group, I gave them an assignment which I do every week. I gave them an assignment today, and which almost a lot of them are submitting. And now, based on this, I show them to know the trade decision to take, entries, re-entries, and all that. Now, definitely, what I'm teaching you is basically how you can also want to do that for yourself. So it doesn't have to be like you have to join the traders community. So, but definitely, you want to join. It is there if you have access to the trading course. So the CME course is different from trading course. The CME course gives you access to the CME group, not the trading group. But the CME has its own benefits. Well, probably maybe I do a video on that differentiates each of these benefits as per se. So when you look at these things and you look at these the possibilities of this person who is a swing kind of trader, this particular person reacts to this market which is risking between 10% to 20% on this high probability trade and make money in between while leaving a portion of it for the long term. So you still do not miss out. The person plays the daily kind of trading, the scalping, and then still the long term. So the long term view is the greater plan of the swing trader and the impatient trader. But the difference is one person is deciding to make money in between the moves, because there is no market that goes down straight forever. Neither is there any market that goes up straight forever. So the market must go up from lower lows and lower highs if it's going down. If it's going up, it's higher highs and high lows. So the scalper and the impatient trader or the day trader wants to like do this in between, but the swing trader just wants to just enjoy the ride. He wants to enjoy the ride, enjoy the ride, and enjoy the ride, and enjoy the ride. That is what this person definitely wants to do. Now, the last thing I'm going to say is, in the recovering traders plan, you want to have a trading journal. In fact, this trading journal is your recovering trading journal, where you journal these trades. You journal these trades. Now, it will do you more good focusing on less than many. One of the things that detriment people have is when they focus on many. You do not recover your losses by focusing on many. It is a gamble when you focus on many. Less is many in trading. Less is many in trading. If you even use less, you will literally make the most out of the market, make the most out of your trading career, and it will be faster and easier for you to literally recover your losses and make 10 times what you have lost, leveraging on what I just taught you. As simple as this is, it is hard for many persons who have lost money to do the same things I just stated. As well. It is hard for many of them to do this. But if you can literally discipline yourself to inculcate what I just taught you, definitely what will happen to you is that you will literally recover losses. You will literally recover your losses, and you will make the most out of these markets. You will make the most out of this market. That is definitely what will happen to you, and you will be happy. You will be happy. You will be happy. So the long-term view is always in perspective with even both the patient trader and the impatient trader. They both have this long-term view, but one decides to just wait without doing anything. The other one decides to capitalize on the short-term price movement even while waiting as well while waiting as well. In fact, the short-term trader or the impatient trader always trades with two different accounts. So in the trading with two different accounts, using a $500 portfolio, for example, what you want to do is when they are taking that trade of, let's say, with 10% of their account side, they are keeping an amount in an account where they are not going to be able to touch a smaller percentage of that amount, in the account where they're not going to be able to touch. And then they leave the major percentage in the one they are going to be trading based on the price movements, and how they can literally make a lot of money doing that, or doing those as well. So guys, I believe what I've said or shared with us has brought much value to us, and we have a better understanding now of how you can literally navigate your losses in the crypto markets by knowing the kind of personality you are, planning your trade based on the kind of personality you are, and then applying what we refer to as a recovery trader's plan based on the personality you are. And I use the example of a $500 portfolio, and how if I was the one, how I would take a $500 and turn it to $5,000 in this same year, using high probability trades on 3 different trade kind of example, with leverage trades or leverage tokens, or on insider classified calls that I am sure of and certain of, which definitely comes from paid services as well. So if you do this, definitely also talking about how the person of the big time swing trader trades and approaches, and the one of the impatient trader also trades and approaches. This will definitely give you an understanding of how you can literally apply same based on the kind of person you are, and use it for your own trading career and journey, even for this year. Like I said, focus on less, and less is more. I made a lot of points in between the lines and in between the statements. So we want to, if possible, rewatch this video on the YouTube channel. It's going to be automatically uploaded on the YouTube channel. You want to rewatch the video to still whatever I mentioned in between that you do not get or you do not hear clearly as well. I hope this makes so much sense to you, and I hope this brings value to you. The next session we are going to be having is going to be on Friday, and on Friday I'm going to be teaching us how you can literally take $100 and turn it to $1,000 within 30 days. I'm going to be giving us the steps you can actually take to do that on Friday session. So definitely you want to make sure you're subscribed on the channel and you have turned on the notification button up on the YouTube channel as well, and make sure you are also following the House of Wealth social media links, which helps you to keep updated with the free trainings, the free sessions we have been doing over time. Like, I've been giving so many free calls, so many free alerts, and most of these sessions in these sessions as well. We are also going to be having series of giveaways which we do every week as well. Bye for now, guys. Like we always say, fam, when the students are ready, the Shifu will appear.